But why are they banned? Why are DNA tests banned in Israel? And how is your mother a Levite? She's from the Bas Kohan. The Kohan is the Khan.
And my mother is a Bas Kohen, which means that she's an Ashkenazi Jew from the tribe of descendant of Aaron the priest. My grandfather.
That don't even make sense.
It does, though.
No, it doesn't. How can you?
Well, to you it doesn't, because you're not Jewish.
Because how can you be?
To you it doesn't, because you're not Jewish. But later he's going to be like, maybe you are from one of the tribes of Israel, but he's going to have to come around later. Tazariak's just getting warmed up, man. Love to the bro, man. But how you going to say, oh, maybe you don't understand? Well, you don't understand because you're not Jewish. Like, how you going to make that claim that he's not from the tribes of Judah or Israel? With a straight face, shows the arrogance of the alchemical serpent who's been told a lie their whole entire life.
Ashkenaz and Shemitic.
I'll tell you.
Ashkenaz is a Japhetic tribe.
It's like.
So think about what you. Hold on.
I'll tell you. I'll explain it to you.
Before you answer, think about what you're saying. When you talk about DNA, you talk about genetic markers.
Yeah.
So if you marry the DNA of the science with the genetic marker, with the Bible, when the Lord divided the nations in Genesis 10 and 32.
To 70 nations.
When the Lord divided the nations.
Yes,
in
there's
Genesis
a kingdom
10,
of Ashkenaz.
When you talk, I know you're trying to distract.
Yeah, let him finish.
So.
You hear it when you talk. I know you're trying to distract. Why not let him get his rocks, his rocks rolling? Why you gotta keep interjecting? That shows lack of discipline, and it shows fear. This serpent has fear of the truth, of the light hitting him. So he keeps having to distract. He could say something, he could try to pick one thing out of what he's saying and throw some spin on, and now got him talking about something else. What happened to the melanated rulers of Europe? They've abandoned that on purpose. This was done on purpose. You see it. Let's go.
When the Lord divided the nations in Genesis 10 and 32, the Japhetic line had their own line, so they would have their own genetic markers.
Yeah.
Shemitic line have their own lines. They would have their own genetic markers. So if you take a DNA test that says you go back to Ashkenaz, that's a different family line than the family line that the Israelites come from. So you can't be from the family line of Shem and the family line of Japhet genetically if you believe in the Bible, because the Lord divided them.
Can I tell you?
Yes.
Can I respond?
Yes.
So I'm not descended at all from Japhet.
You said your mama is, though.
No, hold on. Listen to me. I'll explain. My line of Ashkenazi, my claim of Ashkenazi is like the same of how I say I'm an American Jew.
So Ashkenazi has nothing to do with their tribe. It's just based on where they're exiled, remember. So they can throw that title off at any minute. And what's under there, what's hiding in between the crevices, is that he thinks he's really Judah. And Ashkenaz is just a title like American to them. But the title American to us is the copper color races found here, according to their definition in 1828, Noah Webster Dictionary. We can't throw off the American title, Manaka, because we are the Amaru Khan priesthood, not Cohen Khan. We're not Zionist, right? We're Nagas of Zion. Zion. Seventh letter of the Hebrew is Zion. Food, nourishment. We can't throw off who we are, but they can throw it off, take our titles as such and such American, throw it off when they want to. Now they can throw around the Ashkenaz title to claim you, Judah.
I put America before Jew. It was the kingdom that I'm living in, and before, and as a Jewish person. So it's like being an American Jew. But in the time that at the time that the Ashkenazi Jewish community was established, the very first Ashkenazi Jewish community was established by King Solomon.
Remember, he got that out the Talmud. That's not a historical fact. There's no place in history about that. There's no place in the scriptures, Torah, Tanakh. He takes Talmud over everything. It's just a bunch of interpretations. Inspired by who? Inspired by whatever they claim to be divine. That he wants to stand on this fact that King Solomon is behind the Ashkenazi.
As an embassy outpost, and he had 400 families from the tribe of Benjamin go there. And actually, Berlin is a Jewish city. It was founded by Jews 1,800 years ago.
I think you.
Now, 1,800 years ago, can he say that he got the same genetic marker as those initial Nagas from 1,800 years ago? Can he tell us what a German looked like 1,800 years ago? He says the Jews. Is he really saying that Berlin was founded by Judah? And remember, Scaliger and Batavius done flipped this time around, and Anatoly Fomenko has given us 3 major chronological time shifts: 333 years, 1,054 years, and 1,778 years, boss. Roughly 1,800. Look where he had to go to squirm out of basic. The bro's breaking down genetics, man. She can't be from Japheth and Shem. Sure she can, because Ashkenaz, it's not even about Japheth, man. It's just the kingdom, and we were just using the title. But under that title, we're really the Levites. We're really Judah. And really, King Solomon sent people right there to Berlin 1,800 years ago, which backs up to Zariak's point that Nagas was already ruling Germany or Europe 1,800 years ago. German is swarthy, like Tazariak said. They call them swarthy. Is he going to say my DNA connects to these Germans from 1,800 years ago?
In and before, and as a Jewish person, so it's like being an American Jew. But in the time that at the time that the Ashkenazi
he tripping, man.
Jewish community was established, the very first Ashkenazi Jewish community was established by King Solomon as an embassy outpost, and he had 400 families from the tribe of Benjamin go there. And actually, Berlin is a Jewish city. It was founded by Jews 1,800 years ago.
I think you're missing what you said out
because
of your mouth.
Listen. Before Germany was even a nation or a conception, there was once something called the Kingdom of Ashkenaz.
You're talking Germania. You're talking about Nagas in Europe. You're explaining to Zariak's point. And Kingdom of Ashkenaz, show it on the map, man. Show it on the map. But cool, if it was there, we're not saying Solomon couldn't have sent Nagas anywhere. Solomon had to flee. We're saying them Nagas ain't y'all. You're using these stories to connect to some ancestral heritage. Look at Jake Shields. He's out of this, man. He wants to take a sip, man. He's out of this one. Tazariak's trying to do the best he can, man. And I got a couple more minutes in me, man. That's it.
Now, when the Romans destroyed us and carried us into captivity, the kingdom of
the Romans didn't destroy y'all and carry y'all into captivity. You're taking the lineage or history of a whole nother tribe, a whole nother complete existence, man. Just to connect to some type of suffering.
Ashkenaz was still a thing.
But what you're doing now is you're spinning from what you said.
Factual.
You did all that history and word salad.
Factual.
But you said when your mom took a DNA test. So now you got into genetics. Genetics is not that migration. So when
I respect how he brought it back for a stack.
you say Ashkenaz, and then we look in the Bible in Genesis the 10th chapter, and Ashkenaz come from Japhet. You can't have Japhetic DNA and Shemitic DNA. You gotta have one or the other.
I'll tell you, it's kind of like this Tartarian thing, you know?
Oh, man. Damn. He had to go to Tartarian. When the brother hammered home the simple point. You said genetic. You said she took DNA. Now we got to talk genetic markers, man. Oh, it's kind of like the Tartarian thing. I want you to see them squirming, man. We got a lot more to watch on this, but let's look at their eyes, man. And look at my Naga right here. He's over there in his bag right now, man. He's in his bag of goodies, man. And they don't have nothing for him, but for some reason they think they got to drop until they have the truth in front of their face, or at least a certain truth, right? At least a certain truth.